Hi guys, welcome to Reality React channel. In this channel, we watch reality TV shows to recap, review, and for the fun of it. And today, I'll be recapping Makoti Are You the One? Season 3, Episode 2. The first family to go and meet out with the other families, the Matlailas. So Tamara's dad gets to the gate and he starts shouting, it's Matlailas! I'm with my daughter Tamara, come out. Then the Matlailas comes out and they welcome them, they walk in. And then the next family to have that done is Bridget, the Masekos, and also Kalalas, depending on what you want to call them. They get to the gate, they're busy singing, and then Bridget tells us in her diary session that it's giving wedding vibes and there's not even a wedding because they're supposed to just be meeting up with the family, right? Nothing much. And then they get fined because they arrive late and you're supposed to bring Makoti earlier. But he didn't pay the full lobola, so they can do as they please. And that guy tries to tell us that something happened during the day, but he doesn't tell us. So Bridget is shocked that her brother has money to give out to this Baba, and he's the one that welcomes them. And Zizo's family is accompanying her to Phola's home, and they sing Baba Nomzane, oh yes, Volele singing. And then Paula's mom sent Bonga, the brother of Paula, to go and find out what is happening because she says, yo, these people are so excited outside. I can't wait to see who they are. Like, we don't know who you're waiting for, please. And then and then when he gets there, it's like, oh, you guys are so late. You're not supposed to bring the bride this early. I'm going to fine you, but let me go inside to find out from my family. Guys, the Zizo family goes on and complain about how Bona Abanclinci, they can't be doing this is their first time. The brother is busy saying, yo, na abathanabam, they are very young, they are not at this stage. Zizo's bonisa is Zinto. And then they ended up being welcomed because the mother they ended up coming outside as well. And I'm like, why were you sending Bonga in the first place? So Bridget gets to, and her family, they're also singing Baba Nomzane, it's Volele singing. And then the brother of one of the men there by Temba's family comes outside and they ask them, what are you here for? They're saying, we are bringing your bride to your home. And then he said he calls someone else, the uncle. The uncle asked them, why are you late? You are supposed to come here in the morning early during the day. And then now we were thinking that you were not going to come. I'm like, these people are lying. Because besides the fact that they're on the reality TV show, Temba told Kingi that do not come during the day, come at night after my aunt has come back from work because you won't find her. I'm like, that makes sense then why they are late. Why are you acting like it's their fault that they have arrived late? And why were they doing this during the working day? During the week, they should have done these things on the weekend so that everyone can arrive on time. Tamara's dad asked them that, you know what, right at her, she's not actually. What is this thing that these families do to other people? It's very unnecessary and very cringy because remember, they are the ones that suggested, one of the sisters is the one that suggested that their brother needs to find a neutral place instead of the house that they are staying in because it's next to the house that both Tamara and Gogeto stays in. I understood that, but the attitude is such a weird thing that I can't wrap my head around because I'm just like, why is there so much hatred, so much things going on that you feel like your brother deserves? What does their brother deserve? What type of wife does their brother deserve? Is it the baby mama? What is happening in their heads? And then we move to Bridget and Temba. They are busy welcomed in their family, and then the Makoti, they put her on the floor. So once the Bridget and her family arrives, they say that they are going to rename Bridget to Nomvula because it was raining when they got there, and also it's part of their culture. And they ask her to change the clothes that she was wearing because I don't know, maybe it was short or what. Because in-laws and their funny stories. Because to me, it looked like she has respected them enough, but they make their wear something that was close to the ankles, and then they ask the mother-in-law, what do you think of this lady? And then she says that she doesn't have a problem with Bridget, and Bridget knows what she needs to do in that family, and if Bridget is not around, she will be able to do the things that Bridget would have done, and she expects Bridget to follow her rules and not do things out of 10. And also, because her sister is the one that asked the question, she says in a diary session, she hopes that Bridget does not keep that friend, her sister. You know how married people will tell you not to be friends with single people. She was saying those things, but this time it's her sister. Now, is she supposed to cut her sister off? And then, like, how do you cut your sister off? Like, it's family. You can't really do that. But hey, I've heard these stories where once you marry and then you just let go of everyone else and then you just remain with your married friends, because she says that that lady will influence her to do things that she's not supposed to be doing. And Bridget is the one that's now saving them the drinks. And I'm like, but that brother was saving them drinks. Now, Bridget must be the one, on the first day, she must be the one that saved them drinks. I mean, that was very unnecessary. Yo, not Paula's mom calling Zizo Nokroi because she found the cake that was written happy birthday Zizo, and it had alcohol on it. It had Savannah. And I'm just like, that's the only thing that will make you call someone a harlot, because that's the direct translation. And she knew what she was doing. This is why I'm saying these people know what they are doing. And I don't understand why none of her own kids even said, our mama, like especially Bonga, because he knows his mother. You can't say that about your future daughter-in-law. And but one thing I liked about her, she said that, what is her name? Whose Zizo won't be sitting on the on the floor because she's not yet a Makoti. That's good, because this thing of making people sit on the floor while you have not married them fully, like the Bridget family, it's just not right. And then they said that they will welcome her, and Zizo says that this 21 days seems like they will be tough on her because her mother-in-law seems like she doesn't like her. She's busy calling her Nokroi, and her family is not happy with this statement, but they are not saying to that mother that, you know what, for this, when you come for Lobola, we are going to charge you a fine for calling our daughter Nokroi, because that's the only way they can win this thing. And then we move to Temba and Pindile. Yo, guys, these families. Aye. I wonder which other one would be welcoming. But I think it's because the reason why they are here, they want to fix these relationships, because hey, Temba's aunt is just not welcoming to this lady. She starts shouting and asking her, and the Magchabanis, what type of a wife would you be? And you wearing short things, you coming to my house, who raised you, and stuff like that. And I'm just like, there's a way in which you reprimand someone, even if you think that they are wrong. There's a way in which you address some stuff, and this lady does not have tact. She doesn't have anything along those lines. She's shouting at these people, even her own brother or cousins, because it's Malumeka Temba, right? It's also saying that no, the way you're talking sounds like you are fighting with these people, and you, even when you're asking questions, you're not giving them a chance to answer. How are you having these conversations and you think that these people will be able to hear you? I think Pindile was crying there that she couldn't. She was just like, hey, in her diary session as well, she didn't look happy with the whole situation with the mother-in-law, with the aunt-in-law. I think when Temba watches this thing, he's going to say, yeah, indeed, if my mom was around, this wouldn't be happening. Hi guys, no way, this aunt is bad news. Yo, I've never seen such a person shout at another person for no reason. Because I feel like it might be valid, but it's not valid. That dress was not short. Even if like it's not a skapezana. A skapezana is, I think it's in the middle of the thighs. That thing was just 2 inches, not even 2 inches, 2 centimeters. Like before the knees. Hi guys, on top of the knees. I don't understand this aunt. And then they tried to calm her down because you know what, the conversation has to keep going. And she had said that she welcomed this family, she welcomed Pindile, and she wants to do this show. So they had to calm her down. Even her Temba's cousin had to chip in and say, "No, auntie, you can't do that." And that's when she calmed it down. And then she said she welcomed the family, and you know, now she asked that question of how are they going to handle the kids, right? Because this lady has 2 kids from her family, previous marriage, and they wonder how will things be handled between her and Temba. And the uncles try to say that anything that the couple decides, whether it's a blended family, whether the kids remain with her aunt, and I'm just like, this thing of having your kids raised by someone else as well, it's not right. I hope Pindile takes her kids and raises them herself with her future husband, and not let this aunt ruin things for her. Why would you? I don't think it's right to not want to raise your own kids. And she seems like she's not keen on that. And because she also explained that she doesn't see the difference between the kids that she has birth, and the child that this guy is bringing into the relationship as well. And they ended up leaving them, and the lady gives them the wine glasses to say that this is a peace offering, to say, please handle my child with care, because they are glasses. It's kind of symbolism. And I'm just like, makes sense, because this aunt, in-law of Tamara is done giving her rules and regulations of how she will handle stuff. She ended up saying that her biggest problem is that she won't be able to see her man whenever she wants. And I'm like, I wanted the director to ask, what about your kids? How do you feel about that? Are you not worried about the fact that you are not going to be able to see them as well in these 21 days, or will they allow you? Because the mother-in-law told her that she needs to prepare a snack for that 16-year-old daughter of hers that does not like Tamara, to say, prepare the lunch when she comes back from school. And she like a clean kitchen. She wants everything to be proper in the house and not be messy when she wakes up and stuff like that. And tell me, like, I just want to understand why they are putting this much pressure on these people to not see their partner. Guys, what type of cotizaring in our culture, black people, where you cotiza to the family and the husband is not there? Like, I feel like this Makoti, are you the one, is uh, yeah, because I'm reviewing it, I can't say it's a bad concept, but I would have wished for it to have included the partners, so that the partner can stand in should something happen to their wives, to say, mama, you can't treat my wife like that. You can't do that. You can't do this. I don't like it when you do that. Because what do you mean that they are not supposed to see their partners, but they are supposed to be staying with the mother-in-laws that doesn't like them? Doesn't make sense. Unomvula Zikala, they are giving her laws and regulations in terms of how to act in the marriage. And the mother-in-law tells her that, you know what, I don't want to be the one that have to tell you anything and everything. You know, when something is dirty, I want you to clean it up, and I want you to clean the yard, do everything that is required of a lady to keep the house clean. And I don't want to be, I don't like on the walls, that if you see walls dirty, you must wipe them, not me. And I'm just like, hey, some families. And then she says, do you know me? That she says that her mother-in-law wa mohafela. Yeah, guys. And also tell me why she lied to her and say that she will be back at 1 when she knows that she will be back at 5 from the Sofeng gig. Hi, this lady as well. Like some of these people. Mm-mm. These Makotis as well, they are wrong because why are you lying to the mother-in-law? There's no reason to lie. Just tell her the truth. Mother-in-law, Mamazala, I won't be around. You won't see me until 5. You need to let me sleep until 11 so that I recover and wake up and to make you breakfast on Saturday. Because why you not, where are your hands now? Why must I be the one that makes the food in the morning? Because I understand other duties like cleaning, because I mean, also at the same time, hey, who's supposed to clean? Paula's mom and his aunt, because I think that they are related somehow. Because why would she invite someone who's not related to Paula to come and give the new Makoti rules and of the house? Because she was saying that she's going to help out in the house in terms of keeping it clean, picking lunch for Bonga's child or Paula's child. One of the children needs to have their lunch packed and their breakfast made before school. And she was saying that that child wakes up at 6:30 and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, Zizo has 2 kids, right? And this mother knows one of the children is her grandchild. So some of these things that they say, for me, I am just like, this is why I always wonder when people complain and say that they are being mistreated in the in-laws, they are doing everything, they are doing whatnot. I'm like, sometimes when you get married, if there's no other girl child in the house, or there's no people the same age as you, who must do the work? You supposed to do the work. You're supposed to help out in the house, supposed to do stuff like as if you were alone because you have elders in the family. You can't expect them to be the one that serves you, type of thing. So anyway, they show her where she sleeps and then they say, you found this house clean, you must keep it clean. And I'm just like, how old is this? So again, I don't, some people can be old and be dead, okay, but I don't like this thing that they are doing, these mothers. Also, Zizo saying that they have treated her and showed her love on first day. Which love did she receive? The love where she was called a harlot by the mother-in-law. Hi guys. Zizo, no. You need to pick up your whatever that you have dropped off because you should have asked her, Mama, why would you call me a harlot? Just because I drink. Don't you have kids that drink? Because one of her cousins says that why would our child be the one that's called a harlot when Nokroi, yes, I found the word, Nokroi, when her own kids also drink? Why is this one being treated special? Why is Zizo so hell bent on bringing alcohol into another woman's house when she said that she doesn't want to bring, when she said she doesn't want her drinking there? Guys, I understand mother-in-laws can be difficult, but if someone says, in my house, do not drink, I feel like South Africa has a drinking problem. That's why, okay, not South Africa, but yeah, we do have a drinking problem where people can't go for days without drinking. If someone says, do not drink in my house, what's so difficult about following that? Because she says that it will be so difficult for me. I'm going to smuggle it in. He's so forced. I'm like, why? Just leave her house, go drink outside, and then come back. Because why would you do that? Why would you try and because she's the one who said that she wants to build a relationship, and also her boyfriend said that he wants her to get along with his family. So now what is this? And also this is part of the reasons why that mother even said that she wants Uzizo and she wants to be proven wrong. I'm like, yes, go mama, you are right, because this lady is busy saying nonsensical statement. I want to bring alcohol into whose house? And then we move to Pindile and her silly aunt-in-law, because I feel like that woman, guys, no ways, because Upindile is crying. They are not even trying to comfort her, and she's saying that Upindile must sweep the yard, clean the stoops, whatever, wash, just do laundry, because she comes back late at night. How would she know when she comes back late at night whether it's cleaned or whether it was cleaned or not? Actually, now that I think about it, because hike, and she has Andy's at her niece there, and that lady said that she welcomes her, she's going to be nice to her and stuff like that, and if she has any questions she can ask. And then she says she doesn't have any questions. Tell me, why is that mother saying that she's not moved by Pindile's tears? She doesn't care about them. She can cry to the Nile River. Because I am like, I am trying to understand why she doesn't feel guilty, because she knows what she did. And even when she's talking, Upindla is busy saying that, you know what, I can't hear. I'm sure they cut those insults because she was so charged up because someone is wearing a skirt that's just 2 fingers away from her knees, and she called it a skepezan. Guys, you remember Kokeso's mother said that she doesn't like Tamara because Tamara drinks. Not Tamara waking up EP, and EP complains that she doesn't get waked or she doesn't get woken up by anybody. Even her mom doesn't wake her up. But Tamara decided to wake her up because it's Kokeso's mom that said you need to wake EP up, you need to make her lunch, make her a snack after school. She goes on, and then she had her own cigarette in the morning to just kill the nerves off, right? And then she goes to wake the mother up, and then we find the bottle of Robertson by her table side. I didn't see any glass, which means you are drinking directly from the bottle in front of her grandchild. But this is the same woman that was complaining that Tamara drinks a lot. Mother ish. You need to do what you say, not say things and then you say other people must follow while you are not following. Same rules must apply. I know it's a house, but you can't be complaining that someone drinks and do things and then you go ahead and do the same things. And apparently at the previous day, because she said to the mother after she gave her water that there are some things that I would like to address. Apparently, so this is day one, right? The previous night, someone came into the house because he had transport issues. And I wonder if he's okay to, it's her child. And she asked that, can they sleep in the house? And then Koketo's mom was on the neck of Tamara shouting. And I'm like, Tamara, that was reality gold. You should have recorded that mother and then let it play here. And then we hear what they were saying. Because now it's hearsays. We can't even know. We don't even know if she's lying or not lying. Because we don't know. And then she goes and make that child lunch, that ungrateful child. And then she says, oh no, I don't even argue with her in terms of what is in that tin foil of hers. Be grateful, girl. Just I want to call her names, but she's just a child. But just be grateful that someone made you lunch. And then she refuses for Tamara to give her food, give her lunch money. And I'm like, you are 16 now. When I was 16, if people offered me stuff, I will just say yes, take the money. Even if my brother gives me extra money, my mom gives me money, I keep quiet. Unless if they ask me, I withheld the truth. I didn't lie. But this girl, Pindile finding cockroaches in the kitchen, and she's saying she's not used to that many cockroaches in the house. The cockroaches were also coming out of the tap, and I'm like, ay, mama. Because she said at midnight she went to get water, and then when she switched on the light, you know how cockroaches are, they just came crippling out of everywhere. And then she just said that there were too many, and she wants to tell that auntie to auntie. So I'm like, one thing that Pindila did not learn in her previous marriage, you do not gossip with the in-laws. You call your sister and you say, yo, I have never seen so many cockroaches inside someone's house. You know, for someone who talks about cleaning, this lady is very dirty. You know, you skin her with your own people, not with the in-laws, because then they will end up going to tell that one, because that's her niece. She's gonna tell her aunt that your auntie, your daughter-in-law, bad news. She's not good for you, your niece-in-law actual. And then she says that she's gonna tell the mother-in-law in a respectful manner, not the same way that she was treated, because she thinks that lady did not treat her nicely. She was supposed to say things, whatever she had said, she thought she had against Pindile, she should have said it differently. I'm like, that's right. She was not supposed to raise it like that. And Andisa tells her that no, Sissy, that's not the right approach. Don't tell this woman anything. And I don't know what time it was, but Pindile had not done anything in that house. You know, Pindile is gonna give that lady the thing to use against her, because why would you sit down at someone's house when you're the Makoti and sit and not do anything because they spoke to you badly? No. The Nokroi Zizo, according to her mother-in-law, and her mother-in-law are cleaning and they're sweeping the yard, and she tries to address that issue of being called that name. And then the mother-in-law says that, as older people, once you see a girl holding alcohol, we'll call her all sort of names, and that was the case for you, and I won't use it going forward because that's not your name and that's not who you are. And she also tries to address the issue of the baby mama being able to sleep in the house while she's not allowed the same courtesy. And she says that it's because I didn't think that your relationship was serious, but I can see now that it's actually a serious thing. So I would stop that and continue having try and build a relationship with you. That's good. And I'm like, she's warming up to her. But in her diary session, she says, I won't stop calling her a Nokroi until she stopped doing the things that I do not like. I'm like, say that to her face. Why are you telling us that you don't think that she's a good person for your child? And then also, apparently, she didn't sleep at home. Zizo, she probably went out and then came back early in the morning before the mother can notice. And it's Bonga's doing because Phola is not allowed. Bonga fetched her from the house and dropped her off at the apartment that they stay in with Phola. And then now she's saying that there was a geyser burst, whatnot. She's trying to make up a story for the mother-in-law, and the mother-in-law can see right through her. And then she says that Bonga and her are supposed to be working together so that they don't have these type of issues. I'm like, you are right. I like the fact that as much as she blames this girl, she can also see who's at fault. And also on the day one, it was Zizo's birthday. So the mother-in-law's asking, yo, I shouldn't make you work too hard. I don't know. I think in her heart of hearts, she wants to warm up to this lady. Maybe she might be the better mother-in-law compared to the rest of the mothers-in-laws that are in this show, because but yeah, she might be warming up because she says, your friends can bring alcohol if you want to, because I mean it's your birthday. I can't expect you guys, and maybe I'm overly judging the drinking of the alcohol. She thinks that she needs to ease up. I'm like, go, mama, Kapola. Do better, show love to your daughter-in-law. There's no need for the animosity. There's no need for you to be shouting from on top of your lungs, because it seems like she had been married before to Paula's dad or whoever that aunt is. Because I don't think that you just invite someone you are dating. My point of view from the interaction she had with her Makoti, I think Paula's mom might be the better mother-in-law, but we shall see in the next few episodes. Because I mean, it's just maybe for their birthday she just thought that it's not important. But I also liked Bridget's mother-in-law. Even though she woke up Bridget early in the morning when she could see that child came back early, she was all of them, they actually showing these ladies how to do things in their house, which I find it cute. But these are not 16, 17-year-old girls. They are old women. They should know how to clean. You should be able to tell an old woman, go chanyala ilbala. And then that person would know, go do this, wash dishes. You would like, why must I be the one that shows you how to sweep the street? That's the part I don't understand, the sweeping of the street. We suffered as girls. It was very unnecessary, that thing. But I think in their case, maybe because there was dust, she even said that there's wind and they went in to make breakfast afterwards. Okay, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching this recap. Like, subscribe, and comment on the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.